Hello Virgo and welcome to your reading for fall of 2025. My name is Debbie and welcome everyone to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. Virgo, this is for your Sun, Moon, Rising and for your Venus. Happy fall. And yes, I know I'm running late on all of these, but there's been some things happening in life that have kept me at bay. So here we are. So, I have my notes. So Virgo, how are you? One of my favorite, we all have like our favorite signs, right? And if I just love me some Virgos. So Virgos, for this fall, there's a mix of social and personal opportunities. And, October brings a focus on like how you look and romance. Like looking into how you appear to the world, how you feel about yourself, taking a look at these things that make you feel alive and maybe flirty, right? And also, October, towards the end of the month, you'll be looking at finances and money. Now, there may be some challenges coming up, Virgo, around family and health. But it's what it is it's just an opportunity to grow and understand. So if something comes up, right, we all get a little anxious, we all get a little nervous, and we want to find what's going on and solve it. But maybe ask yourself, what is this? What is it I'm not paying attention to? So just see what happens, right? We'll see what the cards hold for you as well. And so we also had, back in September 21st, we had the solar eclipse, which was in Virgo, your sign, and it somewhat activated a checkpoint for your destiny. So don't be surprised if what mattered before doesn't matter, and things that you didn't think of in the past are starting to make their way into your sphere of awareness. So let's get started. We have our Ganesha deck, spirit animals, our tarot, and our ascended masters. So let's see what message Ganesha has for our lovely Virgo friends. Sounds like you have a lot going on, but I love the fun and flirty aspect of the fall for you. And this card turned over will give you that. Positive outlook, card number 29. Oh wait, two cards turned up. Okay, we'll take them both. Positive outlook, card number 29, and clear your energy, card number 16. So there's the first one. So positive outlook. So I don't know if this has anything to do with, some challenges around family and health, which are, really opportunities, to understand and to grow. So, but this is a reminder, to keep like that positive outlook, right? Let's see how things are going, and let's always presume that things will work out for the best and highest for everyone involved. And clear your energy. So whether you do a physical clearing, if you burn sage or smudge, it's always a good time. Every season I smudge my house. That's a condo. I smudge everything every season, and I do a deep dive cleaning every season. Most people do that. They talk about like when I was growing up, anyway, back in the day, spring cleaning. That's like where the parents, at least my mom, used to do like this really big deep dive cleaning. But I do it every season, just to make space for the new season to come in, and to say goodbye and thank the former season for what it held. So, clearing your energy. You could use sound, like a sound bowl. You can do smoke, as in saging or incense. You can take a bath with essential oils and Epsom salts, right? So there's a lot of ways to clear your energy. So let's see, Virgo. And maybe let me know, like, what type of energy clearing are you doing for yourself? Or what did you choose? Listen, there's no wrong answer, and you can choose a couple, right? You don't have to just say, I'm going to choose one. Don't narrow or limit your choice, Virgo. You can take as many as you want, okay? Again, two cards popped up here for you, Virgo. I'm very busy this season. You have the Stag Spirit, Take the Lead, card number 58. Take the lead. And you have 29, Giraffe Spirit, See the Big Picture. Very interesting. Positive outlook and see the big picture. So, and things are generally not always as they appear, or there are things happening behind the scenes that we don't know about, and possibilities, right, are endless. So if just to say, like, you have a setback at work, it's just an example, I'm not picking up on anyone specific. If you have a setback at work and maybe there's some layoffs coming, what if you're laid off? All right, and we get anxious and we get upset, but maybe there's a bigger picture. Right? Maybe this is, asking you, wait, clear out your energy, clear out your connection, cut the cord to this identity for yourself, and maybe take the lead into something new for your life. Interesting, Virgo. Very interesting. So again, your numbers are 29, 16, 58, and 29. You have 2 cards with 29. So just see if those numbers or dates on a calendar, although 58 is not a date, but if you add 5 and 8 together, you get 13 or 4. It comes down to 4. So just take a look at that, Virgo. 2 29s, and again, 2 cards from the Ganesha deck popped out for you, 2 cards from the Animal Spirit. That has not happened for anyone else so far in the readings for the fall, so take a look and see. Let's see what the tarot, though, holds for our Virgo friends. And this is the Light Seers Tarot, I believe. Yes. Knight of Cups, first card. And I will tell you, I did my personal card pull. That was the first card pull that came out for me as well. So again, coming into that focus on romance, right? And feeling sensual and sexy about yourself and how you look and how you are appearing to others. This might be asking you that. But let's just go a little deeper. And 10 of Pentacles, fulfillment. So all the hard work you've been doing, Virgo, is paying off. Like, there's no need for you to worry about anything. Like financially, the stability. And 10 of Pentacles, that is your card, right? That is your element, I should say. Four of Swords, the Moon, Page of Pentacles. Very interesting. Let me go a little deeper here. And I think Leo, was it Leo? I had to go slightly deeper into the dive because more things came out. Let's see if anything else wants to pop out. Because this Page of Pentacles, I talked at the very beginning as an example, like if somebody loses their job or their job changes, how would you, how to approach that? Like, see the big picture, take the lead, have a good outlook on the situation. And you have the Page of Pentacles. It's coming after the 10 of Pentacles. But to get to the 10 of Pentacles, like, you have to have a beginning stage. Although Ace technically would be the beginning. Pages are getting, they're the curiosity seekers, right? They are the ones who, like, they don't question why they do what they do. Like, they just get an inkling to do something and they do it. 6 of Wands, you have victory. 8 of Swords, this is the root of the deck. This is what's guiding your reading. So 8 of Swords, so you're finally breaking free of whatever has been limiting you till this point. This is very poignant. You have 1 card face down. So we're going to go back to, I know, I'm blabbing a lot today. We're going to go back to the Page of Pentacles because, the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So in the tarot, it's, you know, ace through 10, and then the court cards, pentacle, pages, knights, queens, and kings. So technically this card comes, right, there's a world of abundance, right? Everything you've been working for is starting to pay off. Right underneath of that is the Page of Pentacles. That paid off because you were curious. You followed some intuition. You just kind of followed the direction that was inside of your heart. And that's what led you to the point of being secure. So at some point you took the lead, maybe without even realizing it, Virgo. Maybe you just had a spark of an idea and you said, let me just do that. And sometimes, more times than not, things work out when we don't care, when we're not attached to the outcome. Let me just do this and just see what happens, right? That's generally when things work out. So maybe, you know, all your cards with, you know, positive outlook and clear energy and take the lead and see the big picture. Maybe this is about not being attached. Maybe you're letting go to your attachment of the outcome and the result, and just seeing where it will lead you, where it ultimately leads you to victory. So let's come back to your cards. So Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Yeah, so Knight of Cups, right? This is like learning to love yourself. And again, this is the most romantic knight in the deck, right? He is the teenager in school. He's got his eyes set on somebody and he is ready to woo you off your feet and romance you. He's got his horse in the background. He's got a little setup here. There's a little love note right down here for you, or a little card for you. And he's really thought things out. So this is about being thoughtful, Virgo, for yourself and for the things that you're doing, right? And thoughtfulness, you know, when you start to tend to yourself, to your needs, and put yourself first, that means filling yourself up before you take care of anyone else, then, you know, all types of abundance and prosperity make their way. So 4 of Swords. So we're going to put the 4 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. And we still have one card face down. We do not know what this card is yet. You know, sometimes we can think too much into things. We can see too much into things that are not even there. We can spin like, well, what about this? And what if this happens? Or if I do it this way, maybe this will be better. Or if I had said this. And it could wear us down, right? Where we need to take a break, we need to kind of retreat. Not just from the world, but from ourselves. Like she's got the heart on the outside of her. It's like, we have to step away from the emotional attachment to things. And sometimes when we don't do that, then we completely blind ourselves to what's available to us. You have the Moon. So what are the deepest dreams inside of you, Virgo, that you are not presenting? Now, the Moon is the hidden aspect. This could also be shadow work as well. But what elements, Virgo, are you not looking at, or are you trying to avoid? The thing is, it's asking you to get curious. Let's pull over this bottom card. 4 of Cups. Yeah. For some, you may not know how to love yourself, right? I mean, the Knight is here and he's saying, yes, love yourself, romance yourself. This is a time for you in this fall to get a little flirty, to get a little, you know, lean into your romantic side. But some of us think, how do you do that? It's like, and especially if that hasn't been modeled for you. And look, there was no romance in my house. My dad never bought my mom flowers. There was never a surprise like a box of candy or a surprise or taking her out to dinner for their anniversary. There was none of that. So like none of that was modeled for me. So trying to figure out how you can love and nurture yourself. I mean, the cups are there, but then how do you fill them and what do you fill them with? So when you take a moment and you step away from the pressure of everything, then you find success, then everything starts to illuminate for you, Virgo, and you find a clear path. And again, your month, again, your focus, on personal and career opportunities. It is about family and health, like the really big things of life. So when things start to get a little awry, when you're either feeling like you can't see a path forward, or you've really exhausted yourself because you're doing way too much. You worked hard for this 10 of Pentacles, but maybe you worked so hard that you need to step back. Look at all of this, though, Virgo, as a learning opportunity. What is this world trying to tell you? What is universe or spirit, divine, intuition, whatever it is? Where is it guiding you to? It's guiding you to your deepest inner self. The part of yourself that sits below the surface. The part of yourself that sits, it's not the mind. It's way at the bottom. It's at the bottom of your intuition. And it wants to make itself known. It wants to rise up. You have the full moon, you have the two dogs, and generally one would say one is a coyote or a more animal of nature, and one is more of a household pet, like more of a domesticated dog. The yin and the yang, though, the balance, allowing illumination at your deepest parts and still being secure enough and curious enough to let them come out without the fear of what's being exposed. Does that make sense? There's a lot of energy coming here for you, Virgo. If anyone wants a personal reading for yourselves, for your personal situation, that might be in order. Just send me a message. My email is in the description box. Let's pull your guardian, your Ascended Masters card. Let's see what energy Virgo is guiding you through all this. But you, again, lean on these things. Positive outlook. Clear your energy. Take the lead, right? It's time to take ownership of your life and take the lead. Especially if maybe someone else was helping you out or doing things, and if they've stopped, that's okay. It's your life. Take the lead. And if they will adapt and they will adjust. And then see the big picture. There's always more beyond what you can see in your eyes, your physical eyes. It's the world that we don't see with our exterior eyes, but the world we know with our interior space. Apollo, focus on your strengths. Now, there is nothing written anywhere about this, but my personal experience is that Apollo works very closely with Archangel Michael. There's no one out there that's going to confirm this. This has just been my personal experience working with the two of them. Apollo works very close with Archangel Michael, so if you're more on that spectrum and you want an angel, Archangel Michael would be the one. He's got the sword, he's the warrior, but he also cuts through the bullshit. Cuts out the things that are not necessary, so you can then focus on your strengths. And if you don't know what they are, the easiest way, a couple of things, right? When you were a kid, playing, what were you good at? What were your favorite things to do? What were your favorite colors? And I would look up your astrology, your sun and your ascending. And or maybe your moon as well. You don't have to, but maybe. Write down all the traits for your sign. And just see what they are. And see what is very prominent in your life, Virgo. And see what traits have taken a back seat to life. And maybe that's where you focus on. You focus on those strengths that you had forgotten about. This is a fabulous reading, Virgo. I hope this has given you some clarity. And I hope it has brought you some more questions, things to ponder, like what is the big picture, like what is this positive outlook, and what is my victory? Your victory, I'm feeling, is lying in your moon energy. and only one major arcana, and it is the moon. So that is your reading, Virgo. A happy fall. Until next time, always sending you light and love.